Phantom, secrets and a curse await the team in Cumbria.
I ask you when I close my eyes at night and you won't come to me.
Hello, I'm Yvette Fielding, and this week I brought my team to Cumbria and to the extremely haunted Brougham Hall.
The historic home of the Brougham family, dubbed the Windsor of the North by the Victorians, fell into ruins in the 1930s. A programme of restoration is now underway, and a range of craft workshops have been established within the impressive outer walls. The hall is supposed to hold a spiritual doorway, and staff on site report many strange phenomena. The ground on which it stands has seen the wash of history through the years. It would have borne witness to the Roman legions marching north, and an early occupant, Edwardus de Brougham, took part in the Crusades. It is also close to the site of the last battle on English soil, Clifton Moor. During the Second World War, it became a secret weapons research centre, specifically developing a futuristic optical light weapon for tanks, designed to temporarily blind the enemy.
So with such a varied history and so many ghosts, you probably think it completely mad that anyone would want to spend the night here alone and in the dark. Well, that's exactly what Ian Cash and Kath did last night, and this is what happened.
I feel real scared going in here.
Why? You wash your white feet. It smells of old. Right, I'm trying to shut the door. Right, door shut. Shh. What? Shh. Right, that wasn't you making those two knocks then?
No, was it a heck? Hello? If there's anybody there, can you tap?
I can hear faint footsteps above us, can you?
Is there somebody upstairs?
I ain't going upstairs to find out.
Who am I?
There's footsteps all around us.
Oh. What was that? What was that? Right.
That was like a laugh.
Come on, I'm going. Come on.
With Kath and Ian already so frightened by phantom footsteps and spectral laughter, would our coming investigation be able to put substance and perhaps names to these ghostly tormentors?
There was a rather gruesome discovery during restoration work here at the Hall. In 1980, a skull, believed to be either that of Edwardus, brought back from the Crusades, or the victim of a ceremonial sacrifice, was found. Some believe the skull to be cursed and should never be moved from its resting place. The legend has it that it was once removed, and according to a previous inhabitant, from that time onward, the hall suffered the most awful torments, disturbances and hauntings. The skull was quickly replaced in the wall it was found. All that remains is a poem that is said to be the foundation of the curse. Unknown soldier from a sunlit shore, who paid the price in an unknown war, for an unknown god in an unknown time, may peace eternal now be thine. Pray lie within this ancient wall, and guard that it should never fall.
There's an old chapel or church of some sort, and in one of the outside areas, which would have been indoors, I presume, there is like a table on the ground, and around there I also felt there was a sense of energy, there was a sense of people had been around there, but I also felt that they weren't just there for Christian worship. I felt that there was some sort of ritualistic element to it. There are active spirits here, there are spirit people here. There is a wall that surrounds the building, and I felt very strong that someone went over the wall. I didn't feel that this person was angry. I didn't feel there was a sense of, there had been a fight or something. I just feel a real sense of heartbreak that they just couldn't see a way out and they threw themselves off that wall.
These ancient walls have witnessed many raging battles in their history, but one of the most significant ones was the last battle to be fought on English soil between the English and the Scots. Countless men have lost their lives in this area, so it's not surprising that the sounds of these blood-soaked soldiers locked in mortal combat are heard in the dead of night, along with horses galloping, blades smashing, and people slowly dying. There is a diverse catalogue of events that make this part of the building a very scary place to be. Lights turn themselves on and off with regular occurrence. Groups of shadowy figures have been seen moving together around this area. Watches stop and batteries are drained. Cold spots are witnessed and icy chills are said to run through people. And with the spirit of a doctor that also haunts this room, no wonder people feel uneasy and oppressed when they stay here.
I've had quite a few experiences, such things as cold spots and noises, jangles of keys, things like that in the corridor where I work at. One night we experienced a shadow walk past the shop. We went out and, it appeared to sort of like just turn down the corridor where we were, and there was nothing there when we got to it or anything like that, but it was quite freaky at the time. It was a really good experience.
I feel that the most haunted crew tonight will pick up something from the area where the stone table is. As you're around that table, I feel that you will experience the energy, and I feel you will hear something. I feel you will hear a woman cry.
With those predictions ringing in my ears, I joined Kieran in the Reiki treatment room and asked what his misgivings might be for the coming investigation.
One of the phenomena that's witnessed here is out on what used to have been the battlefield where the last battle between England and Scotland took place, and many people have heard the clashing of swords and the screams and the galloping of horses' hooves. How on earth are we going to determine if we do hear something?
With the sound equipment, it means that we can record that sound and we can perhaps play it to other members of the team that aren't actually on that investigation at that particular point, and without saying anything, just ask, what sound do you think that is?
What other things are you looking at?
Well, there seems to be a focus, even in the location where we're sitting now, on electrical disturbances of some sort. I know there was a report of a watch stopping. People are reporting mobile phone discharging, other sort of electrical disturbances. Let's look out for that sort of thing.
What about the curse? What about the skull?
That's a fascinating story. Add some coincidence, add a lot of time, and basically what you've got is legend. I don't think there's any evidence to show that curses work.
The time had come for David Wells to begin his initial inspection of the location.
I've got a woman crying. She's swelling the loss of her son. She's using the Christ figure in my head. It's like the blood is running down his head.
David!
As we entered the walls of Brougham Hall, we heard tapping, and David immediately picked up a gentle female spirit.
There's a female energy in this room. It feels very feminine, the energy in this room. Calm, though. Not aggressive. And kind of, a wafter. So she'll just gently flow around. Mm-hmm. And I know that this room is clearly used for therapy of some sort. I would imagine that that's why she might be attracted here, because of that gentle healing nature she has. It may be maybe not the fact that she originally was here. It's the fact what this space is being used for.
And what time period is the banging again?
Someone on the stairs.
It does. What time period would you say that she was from?
Immediately I would have said Edwardian sort of time. She's not
far
Victorian.
back then, is she?
No, she's not at all. She's not Victorian.
Good grief.
And there's the hair thing. She's got her hair straight right up and it's all curly on the top.
Oh, it's turned.
Well, it's pulled up and like curly here,
Yeah.
It's very distinct chestnut brown.
Any name?
It's like Emily or Ellen or, oh.
That sounds like it's coming from...
Is your name Emily?
Why is she still here? Why is she coming into this calm space?
When I get images of people just dying in bed, obviously died a natural death, it usually means in the place we're at, so I think she died here of a natural death.
In this room or in the castle?
In the castle. It's not. I think she comes to this room because of what goes on.
Okay.
Actually, do you know what I think it is? I think because clearly there's activity in this part of the castle constantly, just this bit. It's almost like she goes to her own place, which is over there, so her world will still be there, but she interacts with ours because she can see it and feel it here.
Okay.
There's a link to spiritualism as well. There's an understanding.
I need you to try and get a surname with her.
The obvious name is Brougham because we're in Brougham Castle.
Right.
And when you say somebody close to her that could have been into spiritualism, is there any way she can give you that person's name?
There's two names. There's a William as well. William is another name associated with her. I think the term she's using is Old Henry, so I guess there's several Henrys in the family,
Right.
so Old Henry.
Brougham.
Yeah.
Okay.
This feels to me like accommodation. It feels like staff accommodation to me. There's just a busy little man in here. I don't think he's active. He's about late 1800s, I'd say.
Okay. And he was a worker here, so he's very, very busy. Can you describe him? Can you see him?
He's very smart. He's wearing a well-tailored jacket, very heavily starched white shirt. He is a bit portly, like a good bit of food, good bit of drink.
So was it administrative or was it something else that he did?
Service. It was service.
Oh,
it wasn't.
right.
It was kind of both, really, because he seems like he's going through invoices as well. So
almost like
quite senior.
Like a head butler or something.
Well, he was very senior. I don't know. It's not like he's a groom or he's a groundsman.
Why is
What
he...
have you been talking? There's literally something running around it. It's just a cat.
It's like somebody's working away, like bang, bang, bang.
So moving about, and that's kind of the images he gives, constantly on the go, moving around all the time.
Yeah,
Doing
I can
stuff.
hear it.
When David stops talking, it stops.
That is interesting, because I've noticed this, and something that you'll pick up on, is that when you talk, the knockings will be more frequent.
Right.
And much quicker.
It's almost like they're just doing. They're cleaning. They're hanging stuff up. They're moving stuff around. They're quickly busying themselves doing
business. Kieran, just as a can you ask out? I know you don't normally do this, but I just want to see, because when I ask out, sometimes nothing happens. When David asks out, things happen. You ask out.
We don't have a name yet for this gentleman, do we?
No, Thomas. Try Thomas, but I hate when you get generic names. But we all had them, I suppose.
If there's anybody there, if it's you, Thomas, busy doing things, administration, cleaning perhaps, if you can just carry on what you were doing earlier on.
Now you ask.
Thomas, if that is your name, could you please make yourself known?
Straight away. What do you think to that?
Well, parapsychologists would say it's because I'm too close-minded. I'm thinking too rationally. My mind is not open enough.
After Kieran's unsuccessful calling out, we switched to night vision and moved outside where David felt drawn towards the bunker.
Can we go down here?
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Do you want me to go first?
I don't mind going first if you like a laugh.
Go on then.
That's... Glad I wore my big butch boots.
I know.
Wang, I'm not.
Okay. Is he all right? You've been whacked on the head.
Yeah, it's usually a sign it's busy, isn't it? Oh, it feels a bit...
Blimey, we're going underneath now. Oh.
I'm sure it's residual, but I can hear someone shouting orders down here. Telling people to... Oh,
Sorry.
telling people to stand still. This feels... It feels very modern. I mean, like you can tell. It's this side, but this side's not.
Oh, I don't like it.
I can feel like a bit of aggression in here, but I don't...
Sorry.
I don't think it's aimed at us. I think it's in the atmosphere. Okay. Do you know what I mean? I can feel aggression in the atmosphere here. Could you knock twice for the affirmative, once for negative? Are you a male?
Two.
Did you die here? That's two.
It's two. It's yes then.
Yeah. Okay. Can I ask you to tap once for no, twice for yes? Were you here in the 1800s?
No.
That was right by me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm moving away, but that was right by me.
Okay.
Were you here in the 1900s?
Yes.
Yeah. Were you a soldier?
Two, yes.
Two.
That was right by you, wasn't it, Carl?
A lot of it seems to be coming from around here.
What?
That was like marching.
Was one,
From
two,
where?
three
From
foot above?
Yeah, not from above us, without a doubt.
I could
from
hear a
above
lot.
us.
When you were talking, it was going on for quite a while.
It was. It was like boom, 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 boom. Like a whole load of people marching.
Can you pick up on this man?
It's sort of, it's very difficult because he is wearing just khaki uniform. It's not reasonably fit looking. You know what I mean? He's a fit looking man.
How old?
I put him about maybe late 20s, early 30s. He's not an old man. He's not an old man at all. And I think he'd be, I think he's a sergeant, a Lance Corporal sergeant.
Yeah.
He's not an officer.
So he would have been the one to kind of like, all of
I
that.
guess he would have certainly bossed a few people about. The only thing is, show me is a tank. Show me a tank, so I guess.
Okay.
But there's lots of like generals around the tank.
Oh.
I just moved.
So it's a new tank.
Do it
of some
again.
description.
No, it wasn't like it was a proper tap.
That's...
Is that information correct? I know you can hear us talking. Is that right, sir? Oh, I can't make it out. There was one and then there was...
It seemed like he's tapping on this wall.
Yeah. You all right, David?
Yeah, I think we should come
move on?
back down.
We moved on to another room, again open to the elements, and current resting place of a crucifix statue, which has confused some of the team into thinking that the room was once a chapel. What would David make of this area?
This statue really distressing and haunting and strange. Why is it inside here? It must have been taken from the outside of the castle or something and put in here.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know whether I'm picking up on imagery from... I can't be, that's just ridiculous.
What? Say.
Well, I know there's obviously this magnificent thing here, this magnificent statue, but I've got a woman crying now. It's not Mary Magdalene. Nothing attached to this, but there is a woman, like we call them in Scotland, we call them a wee sweetie wife.
Oh, my sweetie wife.
A wee sweetie wife, a wee Glasgow sweetie wife, a wee Glasgow fish wife. Modern dress, though, and she's wailing. She's wailing the lot of her son, which is kind of why. And the image I've got is of her basically at the feet of the statue, with her head in her hands, And then she lifts them up towards him, and she's saying, why? It's the loss of her own son. So,
And when you say modern dress, what time period are we talking about?
well, early to mid-1900s, I would say.
Okay. So can you get an idea of what happened to her son?
Yeah.
She's using, it's really bizarre, she's using the Christ figure in my head, and she's pointing to, it's like the blood is running down his head of the Christ's face down the side. So I'm guessing he's been whacked on the head by something.
Okay.
He looks very young.
He's very young.
Yeah, the image of a boy, is a very young boy. And I've got this image of her washing his shirts and proud of the fact of how white they were. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A sparkling shirt. But he's got this blood that's run down it.
How old was this boy?
He's just a child, really. He's about, I don't know if he'd even be 16.
Okay, and hit to the head, you're saying. Is it an accident? Oh, David!
Sorry, something just shoved me.
What?
It was like I know I'm on a slope, so it's like something was pushing my leg.
You all right?
Yeah, no, I'm all right. I'm all right.
Oh, God. Oh, something just landed by my feet. It's like it was like a dull thud, you know, like in the grass.
I did hear something.
What's that?
Where?
On the thermal imager, the red thing, what is it? There's a stone. There you go.
Stone.
There's a stone.
The problem is, how do you know that's? I mean, this place must.
No, we don't.
It is warm.
It is warm. Okay. So somebody pushed you.
Yeah, it was
Who do you think
just
it
one
is?
leg though. It was like made me lose my balance. I don't know whether it's this child trying to get attention. Can't even get a fix.
We
on
should
his
really
face.
try and get a name with him. An initial. With a family name or anything like that.
It's Muggs. They're kind of calling him Muggs, and it's almost like I can hear other kids. Oi, Muggs! It's
Really?
that kind of shout. you know.
Right. Muggs, was that your nickname?
I heard two then.
Did you?
Can't hear them.
It was so difficult with the
traffic. Should we move on?
Yeah.
With the noise of traffic starting to confuse our outside explorations, we turned our attention back towards the main hall. What phenomena would await us inside?
I always think about her. Always, every day.
Right behind me. Just come on, we're going. Right.
Already Brougham Hall had quite literally thrown many unexplainable occurrences at us. Could we achieve more as we split into groups to further our investigations?
What's the matter?
Do you hear a voice?
What?
Hello?
Whoa. What the hell was that?
The team had now split into 3 groups. Carl and Stuart went outside to see what they could find close to the crucifix statue, which has confused the team into thinking the area was a chapel. Kieran tried to recreate the conditions that have given rise to supposed sightings within the Reiki treatment room with Kath and Ian, whilst David, John and I continued our investigations within the hall.
See, I think this is really good.
It's weird, isn't it? It gets you when you
Yeah.
come around that corner.
Yeah. What's the
Do you hear a
matter?
voice?
What?
Hello? I heard a voice. Did you hear, John?
I didn't know.
Hello? Whoa.
What?
I said footsteps in there.
Did you? Are you sure the footsteps are not rapping?
I don't. You
What's
alright?
the matter?
Someone just touched me. I
Did
was just about
again?
to say I don't like it in here. And somebody touched my elbow.
You know what?
Oh, I felt a tap.
I did too. Was that you?
I did move, but I thought I felt the tap before.
And again?
That must
Was
be
it
me.
you?
That was me.
Sure, do it again.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No.
Listen.
No. No, it was a definite tap under your foot.
Oh my God. It wasn't, you're right. I thought it was me.
Relax.
I am, believe me.
Are you quite relaxed? Okay. What's wrong? What's wrong?
I feel like this. It was almost like the stomach was lifting. The clothes was lifting from my body. That's what I can feel now. Like electricity.
Should we go sit on the stairs then?
Yeah, because I didn't like the stairs, so that's...
Oh my, it's dark, isn't it?
All right.
There's not much space in the stairs.
Hello.
Are we going to go up?
We can just sort of loiter.
Oh, what's...
Shh, I heard that.
Hello?
Did you tell me what you heard?
I heard a bang. I heard footsteps.
Yes, so did I.
And I heard it again just after you said I heard a bang. Hello?
Not like how people stood on the stairs.
That just sounds like somebody, doesn't it? No.
Is there anyone here? That's footsteps, Carl. There's talking. It's coming from up behind that wall. So let's go out. We can't reach over there. Let's go. Oh shit. It's on the other side of that wall there, wasn't it? Whoa! What the hell was that? Where is it? Where's it gone?
Right in the centre. It was like a real big dark shape behind you. There's not there, definitely. There's nothing it could be.
Are there any other little rooms that we've not
There's
been
a little
into?
room in here, but there's nothing in here. That's got a light on here.
Oh! Where did that come from? That seemed to come with force. You're trying to get us attention. Who is it? Is that you, Muggs? Henry? Who was that then? It was weird, wasn't it? I never expected that, did you?
No, I didn't.
So far, our investigations of Brougham Hall have proved highly eventful. I'm sure a spirit is trying to attract my attention, and Kath has certainly displayed the effects that many have reported within the Reiki treatment room. Convinced they have witnessed a paranormal shape, Carl and Stuart decide to explore the bunker area.
Is it a World War II bunker, this, or...?
Yeah, World War II bunkers pioneered a weapon.
Yeah.
And it was a forerunner to the laser.
Yeah.
And it came at the front of a tank, and it works in such a way that it would blind people for like 2 weeks.
Right.
So it's like almost like a passive weapon. So it didn't kill them. It was nothing was anything was temporary.
What the hell was that?
Sorry, I just put my torch on straight away then. I'm going to put my torch away because I don't want to keep it up.
What the bleeding hell? What was that? Where are you, mate? I can't... Oh, right, I've got you.
It's in front of you.
What?
I'm going to put... Sorry, mate. I'm going to put my torch on. I heard a growl down here just then.
Hello?
Is anyone there?
I don't think this is such a good idea, mate, to come down here. I really don't. Whoa!
Down there. I'm not going to put the torch on.
Who's here with us? Can you please tell us your name? If you can talk. That's footsteps, that car. Is that above us?
I don't know, mate.
Must have been.
I don't like it. But no one would have died down here in the Second World War, you know, it was only recent.
Right, okay. What's back here now? What's in there? Whoa!
No way. I'm behind you, I'm right behind you. I'm right behind you, pushing you first.
I'm not walking down there, you can forget it.
Come on.
Was that inside or was that from above? Because it sounded like it was an object coming down, hitting us from above.
The problem is, it can't come through here, this is concrete. And I'm sure it's concrete right the way through there. Come on, mate. Hello?
What's going on? What the hell is going on? Let me just get further on down there, mate.
No, you're going down there, you're going down there. Not while shit's been thrown. Not while shit's been thrown.
Mate, we need to get out of here, Carl, because something bad's gonna happen if we carry on. Because we're asking for trouble. Ooh, what's up, man?
Ow.
What's happened? Did they cut you?
I don't know, I just got that.
Let's have a look, let's have a look, let's have a look. I can't. Maybe your hand, mate.
Don't cut me.
Maybe... I can't see anything in this night vision.
I just got it as a shock a bit more than anything. Something just hit me on the head.
What did it feel like?
It felt like it's come from that way, and the thing is, there's nobody there. You can see there's nobody there. That's it. I'm not...
Mate, we need to get out of here, man, before something bad happens, Carl. Let's go. Too sharpish.
Something right behind me.
Come on, we're going. Let's go.
You alright?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just tripping up over that scaffolding. Come on, let's get out. Careful.
Careful, Bobbits. Careful, my arm.
Which way are we going back? Which quickest way, Carl? Come on, think.
Go back this way.
Which way?
Right there.
Oh. Where are we? Do you know where we're going? Well, come on, where are we? Well, we're not that far away.
We're not that bloody far.
I don't know.
We've just walked straight out of that place. We should have walked in a straight line. We should have come to the houses.
What's happened is we've panicked as we've come out and we don't know. The trouble is this place is like a maze. And there's that much foliage and undergrowth going on.
Yeah, I'm freezing my off. I'm now in the wood and I'm lost.
Having been pelted with stones, Carl and Stuart are understandably disorientated and lose their bearings. What more can possibly befall our researchers within Brougham Hall?
Please, can you come to me so I can see you?
As our investigation of Brougham Hall continues, Carl and Stuart are lost within the grounds.
Carl?
Yeah.
What's going on over there? Is that someone coming through the bushes?
Don't say that, Stu.
Well, what does it sound like?
Well, it sounds like somebody coming through the bushes. I just don't want to hear that it's somebody coming through the bushes. You just hear like a growl.
I thought that was your stomach.
It was it. I think we're right. We go through this back thing, we should be alright.
Oh, right, this is where we are. Right, gotcha. Right, alright.
How can you do that and walk straight out that bunker?
I don't know.
You walked at the right. I don't think we need to tell anyone we got lost, alright?
No, I'm not going to have that. No, I'm not going to say all.
Once Carl and Stuart have regained their bearings, they decide to rejoin David, John and myself, and we make our way to the antique shop room where Kath and Ian had been unsettled by ghostly happenings the night before. Would we have a similar experience?
Oh, listen, it started already.
Someone touched my face.
That's upstairs.
It's Emily.
Is somebody running upstairs?
It sounds like it's someone running.
Should we be quiet and listen to it for a sec? Emily, if that's you, can you just stop banging for a second and listen? Please knock twice for yes and once for no. If we were to do a séance in this room now, would you help us? That was a yes, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Shall we do it now, Carl? What do you think?
I think it's a very good idea to do it now.
Okay.
Emily, if you're still with us, please make a sound. Whoa, table's moving.
Is it?
Table vibrated then, yeah. Oh, it moved. Oh!
Wow.
Hands
Gosh, that's
just-
fantastic.
What fell on the floor?
My torch, it's my torch. Do you want me to call out, David?
Yeah, yeah.
Emily, thank you so much. We really appreciate what you're doing. We appreciate you helping us. And that's what we want to do. We really...
Oh, my God.
Oh, Emily, you are amazing. Thank you so much, Emily. Really...
Oh, my God.
Oh, Emily, you are amazing. Thank you so much, Emily. This is amazing. We've never had anything quite like this before. Do you think you'd be able to do it again, or does that take up a lot of your energy? Oh, my God, how heavy is that? To lift like that? You need some real energy to move that, don't you? That's amazing. Would it be your relative that's with you? Would it be the relative that was very much interested in spiritualism? Are they here now trying to help? Is there a gentleman with you? Thank you so much. Okay. What if you mentioned two names? You mentioned Henry and you mentioned William, wasn't it? See, I know for a fact that one of these men was a great believer in spiritualism.
Right.
And he communicated.
Henry. Ooh.
Wow! That's amazing! Thank you, Henry. Thank you, William. Whoever you are, which one? We need to determine which one of them. You think it's Henry? What does that mean? What does that mean? Sorry.
I'm actually starting to get freaked out.
Come on. You all right, Carly? Do you want to move it back into the centre here?
I'm just...
You're all right. You okay, darling?
Do you want to move it away from there?
Do you think it's possible for you to throw something at the table, maybe a personal object, a coin or a key or something?
I've got a coin. Shall I just pop it on the table? Why don't I spin this in the middle of the table? Okay, let me get a...
Well, what will that...
Okay.
Good
Well,
idea.
hopefully it'll...
About the young man who died.
Oh.
There's a spirit of a young man who died here in an accident.
Here we go.
There's scratching in the middle of the table then.
Don't know.
What's that?
He's trying to make some extra money. What was he? He was doing something he shouldn't have been doing. Oh, God bless him. I think it was for his mum.
Oh.
Oh!
Goodness me, it was for your mum.
50p piece didn't even move.
Really?
It
didn't
move.
No, it didn't slide on the table.
It didn't, did it? Wow. So it was for his mum.
Yeah.
The extra money was for his mum.
Trying to make a bit of extra cash for his mum. Are you with your mother now? No, that wouldn't keep it back. Whoa! Whoa!
Is it against his mum's religion that he worked?
Seems to be. He shouldn't have been working on a Sunday. And this is why his mother was wailing so much and because it's so unnecessary.
What do you think we should do, David? Let's ask them. They're. I mean, I can't believe it. What should we do? Should we continue staying here talking to you?
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
Okay.
All right.
Please knock twice if that's a yes. I think they want us to stay. Is there another person that's with you now that you can see that was related to any of us? Yes, okay.
Are you talking about your grandmother?
Why'd you mention her? Is it a guess?
Well, just because that's who you would want to be here. I mean, I can hear it. I can't hear someone singing. Lay your head on my shoulder.
Okay. I miss you. I miss you so much. I know there's not a day goes by without when I don't have thoughts about my grandma. It's okay. I'm just so pleased. Were you in the car with me the other day?
Is she closer?
Well, she's stronger.
I'm just happy. I'm not upset. I always think about her. Always. Every day. I miss you. I miss you. I wish I could talk to you. I ask you when I close my eyes at night just to let me see your face, and you won't come to me. Please, can you come to me so I can see you?
Sweetie.
Yes.
I think she tries, but you shut it off.
I think the answer she would give you to that, Yvette, is exactly what Carl said, but her words were, you don't come to me.
The events of our night spent in Brougham Hall had been very emotional, not least for the seeming encounter with my grandmother, who I felt had been channeled to us via the spirits of Emily and Henry. But what did Kieran O'Keefe make of the investigation?
Brougham Hall was a very difficult place to investigate for the Most Haunted team, simply because a large proportion of it was outside. Stuart and Carl conducted a vigil, and in the area where the crucifix was, actually reported seeing a figure.
Oh, what the f*** was that? Where is it? Where's it gone?
Right in the centre. Looks like a real big dark shape behind you.
However, I have to treat this with a little bit of scepticism because of the lighting conditions. It's very difficult to actually interpret this as evidence of a visual apparition, in my opinion. It was quite fascinating to find at one point later on, Carl, David, Yvette actually conducted a séance and a table tipping exercise. And at one point, the table appears to levitate.
Henry. Oh!
Wow!
However, from any independent or objective skeptics looking at it from their point of view, unfortunately, there wasn't a lock-off camera, so we could actually see the table raising. All in all, the team came away very excited by the alleged contact with this character, Brougham. A contact that I hope we're able to rekindle at future locations.
Brougham Hall has left an indelible impression on me and the rest of the team, and it will certainly remain with us. Until next time, sleep tight.